大家好, I'm Martin, and this is a Phrase a Day English, brought to you by the Taichung Keda Language Center. Today's phrase is a double-edged sword. A double-edged sword, or literally translated, 双面刃. A double-edged sword is a phrase or idiom that we use to describe something or some situation that can both help and harm you. Like this double-edged sword here. If you swing it this way, you hurt your enemies. But if it swings back like this, you can hurt yourself. That's why we use this phrase to describe these kinds of things. It's something that can both help and harm you. Let's go to the example sentences to maybe clarify a little bit better about what I mean. Here are the example sentences. Number 1, the government's program to grow cash crops for export is a double-edged sword because it has created a local food shortage. Number 2, I've heard that wealth is a double-edged sword, but I don't believe it. Let's take a look at the first example again. The government's program to grow cash crops for export. This is the subject of the sentence. This entire thing is the subject. So this plan to grow cash crops, and by that I mean crops that earn lots of money, all right, but are not necessarily eaten or used in food. By that, I mean things like cocoa, right, tobacco, or other things like that. Those would be cash crops. So the plan to grow these cash crops for export is a double-edged sword. That means this plan can both help and harm the country. We know how it can help. It can increase exports and bring in foreign currency into the country. The bad side, the bad part of it, the harm that it can cause, is that it has created a local food shortage. All of that land and resources being used to grow cash crops is not being used to grow local food. Double-edged sword. In this one, I just said wealth is a double-edged sword, but I don't believe it. I think it's all good, right? There can't possibly be something bad about wealth, could there? Maybe you can tell me in the email, all right? Send me an email. Tell me what you think is bad about wealth. Thank you very much. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.